This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. The Rolex market has undergone significant changes in the past year. Many of the watches being offered through Rolex authorized dealers are now priced below their retail value. To clarify, some Rolex models are now being sold for less than their original retail price. In this video brought to you by the luxury world, we will review certain models that we believe offer excellent value for potential buyers. We will also give you ideas on which Rolex models are less popular than others. These models may be more difficult to sell if you decide to part with them in the future, and they may also be more likely to depreciate. If you have not subscribed to our channel, we encourage you to do so to stay informed about our upcoming videos. Let us begin by discussing the Submariner range. The steel and yellow gold models with black or blue dials have seen a retail price increase. Previously teetering just below retail, they are now even closer to it. For example, the black dial's retail price has risen from £13,150 to £13,700, making it unwise to sell unless you are willing to take a slight loss. The blue dial variant typically commands a higher price. Now, let us discuss the sunburst blue Submariner. Despite its appeal, its retail price remains at £137, the same as the new recommended price. Unless you have a strong personal preference for it, we would advise against it as it falls into the Submariner range. Now, let us move on to the full gold models, including yellow gold and white gold. Let us look at the 18-karat white gold model, part of a new series we are introducing. Its latest retail price is £367. Surprisingly, it is a stunning watch, with a beautiful blue dial and substantial weight. However, it is now valued at under £30,000, so buying it at retail price would result in a loss. Similarly, the yellow gold variant, with a retail price of around £342, falls into the same category, priced under £30,000. Moving on, let us discuss the Datejust 41 range. If it features a fluted bezel, a Jubilee bracelet, and specific dials like blue, Wimbledon, or mint green, it holds its value well. However, models with silver, white, or gray dials are now priced below retail, making them less desirable unless it is your personal preference. Even if it has a smooth bezel and Jubilee bracelet, it is still worth considering, but the price has slightly increased. For instance, the fluted Jubilee variant has seen a price rise to £92,000. In the steel and gold range, especially with the fluted Jubilee, it is still under list, and retail prices have rise up. An example is the steel and rose gold model, which can be sold for £12,450, close to or slightly below the retail price. Now, let us delve into the GMT range, starting with the Batgirl variant. It is crucial to note that the retail price for this watch has increased, currently standing at £9,550. It is important to recognize that the gray market prices have decreased while retail prices for sports professionals have hiked up. Consequently, when considering a purchase or sale, one should acknowledge the limited potential for significant returns. Moving on to GMT Master Pepsi, it is worth noting that due to its anticipated discontinuation and an 80% reduction in production, it is a rare find. However, it is essential to acknowledge that calls for this watch are infrequent, and if you do receive an offer, it is a definite buy. Despite its scarcity, it is unlikely to result in frequent calls from Rolex authorized dealers. Now, let us discuss the steel and gold variants. We have the steel and gold GMT with a green and black bezel. The new retail price for this timepiece has recently increased to £14,600, up from £13,800 last year. While it is a definite pass unless you are purchasing it for personal enjoyment, we highly recommend considering it for your collection due to its exceptional features. Moving on, we have the GMT Rudbeer, which emerged as one of the best-selling GMTs of 2023. If you happen to acquire this watch, you gain a profit, although not a substantial one. When it comes to the full gold GMT Rudbeer, it is an exquisite timepiece. However, the current retail price has risen to a robust £35,600, a significant increase in today's market. Despite its appeal, it is a pass for this one. Now, let us discuss the Daytona range, a favorite among enthusiasts. Starting with the steel and gold variants, the new retail price is £17,300. However, unless it features the black or white dial, it is a pass. The champagne dial, despite its appeal, has become a list or underlist watch due to the new retail price, leaving no room for profit. If it is the black dial, a small profit may be passable, and for the white dial, a more substantial profit is feasible. Nevertheless, it is essential to be cautious, as the current market dynamics may limit your ability to flip the watch for a profit. Let us delve into the realm of full gold watches, particularly focusing on yellow gold. We have one here, the discontinued Paul Newman model with its striking red chronograph marker, which many enthusiasts find to be truly captivating. However, unless you are getting a Paul Newman dial or another special dial variant, it is not advisable to purchase this model. The new retail price for it is just over £34,000, a notable increase compared to its price of £15,000 a decade ago. Its value is on a downward trend. Similarly, let us discuss the rose gold model, which has seen its retail price rise to £37,200. Unless it features a special dial, such as the discontinued chocolate dial, it is not a wise investment. The new variants available lack the appeal to justify selling them to clients above retail price, making them a definite pass. Now, let us explore the special dial variants, including the Pikachu, Paul Newman, and Ghost variants. These are the ones worth considering. The retail prices for yellow gold have risen to £26,800 and for rose gold to £28,100. If you are offered one of these top 3 dials, it is a definite buy. For instance, if you come across the black dial variant, which retails for just over £28,000, you can gain a profit of £1,000 and sell it for £28,000. However, for any other entry-level dials, it is a definite pass, especially considering the current market dynamics. In summary, unless you are presented with one of the 4 special dials, Pikachu, Paul Newman, Ghost, or the black dial, in the Rolex Daytona Oyster Flex range, it is best to refrain from purchasing them. Let us dive into the Sky Dweller range, particularly the steel variants, which are highly popular. We have several examples to mention, featuring 4 dial combinations: white, black, blue, and the rare mint green. The blue dial has proven to be more popular than the others. There is also the black one on a Jubilee bracelet, a white dial on Jubilee, which is a less common variation, and a new reference Jubilee with a blue dial. The current retail price set by Rolex for these models is £13,800. Recently, the blue dial Jubilee variant went online and sold for $19,950. However, it is worth noting that certain dial colors, like blue, are only fetching a few thousand over the list price, indicating market trends. While many of you genuinely admire this watch, it is crucial to be cautious when considering a purchase, especially if it is offered at or near the retail price. Moving on to the full gold Sky Dwellers, be aware that the new retail prices are £42,000 for yellow gold and £44,000 for rose gold. However, these are undoubtedly a pass. It is advisable not to buy these watches at retail, as they are cheaper on the gray market and can be challenging to sell, with authorized dealers attempting to offload them. What are your thoughts on the topic we shared in this video? We would like to see your answers and opinions in the comments section. Remember to follow us too and give us a thumbs up. Once again, this is the Luxury World, and we look forward to seeing you again in our future videos.